Hey there, my name's Ryan Tanner, and I'm reaching out to you about a new company that myself, Mark Zamoyda, and Andrea Zamoyda are starting together called AI Trade Winners. And it is using Mark's incredible genius with stock trading and his abilities with programming. He's an incredible programmer, and he's put together a custom algorithm and AI software that finds the right stocks and learns when to go into them and when to go out of them and alerts you on that so that you can maximize your earnings with stock trading. And so far, it's looking way more promising than just traditional buy and hold type stuff. Anyways, his video, which we'll send to you after this, gives a much better explanation on what it is, how it works, and how you use it. But what we need is beta testers. So we're in a beta testing process, and for the next 2 months, we're gonna be doing this, just picking people like you, and hopefully you can use this and help us out with it, to go through it, use it, learn with it, see how they can benefit their own stock trading with it and improve their own earnings and maximize their own earnings, and give us feedback on what we can do to improve it and successes or whatever. So if you could help us out with that, it's going to be 2 months free, and we're going to just be working with you on that. Probably, a survey or two here and there as you're using it to give us feedback. We would greatly appreciate that. It's going to help us get this off the ground, and we hope to revolutionize the world of stock trading, make it simpler, make it easier, more fun, and so that people win with it and can actually use the 2024 technology to benefit that. Anyways, let me know if you're in. We definitely look forward to working with you and hopefully hear back from you. All right, bye.
Hi, this is Mark Zamoyda with AI Trade Winners. So we're looking for beta testers. You might have heard about this from me, Andrea, or Ryan. And you can come here to AITradeWinners.com. And I guess the first thing you can do is sign in. Or actually sign up. You hit the sign up button, and you will get an email that you have to confirm. And once you do that, you'll have access to the system. And you can contact me, Andrea, or Ryan for a free trial. We're giving about 2 free months right now. But let me show you how the system works. You can check out the web page, but I'm just going to go directly into the strategies. We have about 10 different strategies that you can subscribe to. And as a beta tester, you'll get the free subscription to each one. But you can see them listed right here. And they're done by sector. So here's the Technology Innovators strategy, and it's made up of 8 companies. Let's take a look at this one. When we go to the details for it, we can see that we have some statistics that show, how the AI Trade Winner strategy compares to the S&P 500. If we look at Apple right here, we can see that the 5-year return is 304% compared to the S&P 500 return of 86%. If you want it broken down by year, that would be the compounded annual growth rate. That would be 32% compared to 13% for the S&P 500. So by using the AI Trade Winner strategy, we're definitely beating the market, but you want to take a look at these statistics just to make sure. I'm not going to go into the leverage, but the drawdown is the maximum amount of loss that was received. So over 5 years, the most it dropped was 20%. And you can compare that to the S&P 500, where the drawdown, the most it dropped was 34%. So that's a lot more. And that's how the AI Trade Winner strategy works. It'll get you out when there's a big downtrend. It'll give you an indicator to sell the stock, and it'll give you another indicator when it's time to get back in. If we look at some of these companies, you can look at each one, but NVIDIA's been doing great lately. It's been in the news. And here we can see the 5-year return is almost 3,000%. And the 1-year return is 125%. So you want to take a look at all of these. And one other statistic that might be interesting is this days active. So for Apple again, It made 304% over 5 years, but we were only in the stock 51% of the time. So the other 49% of the time, you could have invested in something else, and you could have achieved a return much bigger than the 304%. So you can look at the 1 year, 3 year, and 5 year. I usually start off by looking at the 5 year, and you definitely want to take a look at the days active. If you look at the 1 year, the return's pretty small so far for Apple compared to the 26% for the S&P 500. But again, you're only in the stock 37.5% of the time. And over the 3 year and 5 year, the comparison's very much in favor of the AI Trade Winner strategy. So you can go ahead and look at these 8 stocks, or you can take a look at some of the other strategies that we have. We have a top retailer strategy that has things like Walmart and Costco, financial companies, energy companies, automotive companies, insurance, industrial behemoths. These are some of the big S&P 500 companies. And then semiconductors and just AI pioneers. I'll look at the AI one. And there is some overlap. We see NVIDIA here, and it was also in one of the other strategies. But most of these are different. If you take a look at something like Oracle, you can take a look at the stats for that. Or something like Salesforce.com is doing well. You compare it to the S&P 500, and it's at 232% over 5 years compared to 86% for the S&P 500. And again, you're only invested 56.6% of the time. So the other 44% or so, you can maximize your return and get more than this by investing in another stock. So once you're signed up, you can sign in and you get access to your dashboard. So here's the dashboard, and the first thing we see are my subscriptions, and these are the changes for the market opening today. If we look through each subscription, we can see that there are no changes. And that's going to be pretty common because we do swing trading. Swing tradings can last, well, a single trade can last from weeks to months. And we want to take advantage of the big uptrends, and we want to get out on the big downtrends. So you'll probably only be getting a few changes a week. But this list will also get emailed to you every day so that you can get in or out of a stock at the market open. So if we scroll down, we can see the subscription detail section. And here we have each subscription and the 8 companies that make it up. And we can look at the status of each one. So for Apple, we're in the stock. We've been in it since May 7th. Microsoft, we've been in since June 18th, and so on. You can see that Amazon, we've been out since April 23rd. And you can go ahead and look at each one of the subscriptions and see which stocks are in or out. For example, Walmart is in, and the Home Depot is out. Looking back at the technology innovators, let's take a look at Apple and see why we got in on May 7th. Here's the chart for Apple, and if we go to May 7th, that's right here. So we would have gotten in right at this point, and you can see it's in an uptrend. We weren't in as it was trending downwards this way, and once it started back up, we had confirmation, or the algorithm gave confirmation that there was a good chance that it would continue upward. So that's why we're able to take advantage of this. If we look at something that's out, like Amazon, we got out of Amazon on April 23rd. Let's take a look at that. If we look at April 23rd, that's right here. So we took advantage of this big uptrend here, but as it came down, we realized we needed to get out right at this point. And yeah, 2 days later, it did take a serious downward drop. It has come back since then, but we still don't have confirmation that it's an uptrend. So right now we're out of Amazon. Also, you can take a look at Meta. We're out of Meta, which is Facebook, since the same time, 4/23. Let's take a look at that. We got out on April 23rd, which is right here. So we would have gotten out 2 days before the big crash. And it has been coming back since then, but we still don't have confirmation, or the algorithm hasn't decided that it's time to get back in yet. There still may be a downtrend, or it could be moving sideways still. But once there is a confirmed uptrend, you will get an indicator for that. If we look at Google, we've been in since April 2nd. April 2nd is right here. So we would have gotten in at this point. And yeah, since then, there's been an uptrend. Before that, there was an uptrend, but if we look more closely, this downtrend wasn't confirmed. It wasn't confirmed until April when we got into the stock. And yeah, it's been doing great since then. If you want to look at the stats for something, like we were just looking at Google, we can hit the info button, and that takes us back to the statistics page. And we can see that the performance for Google has been pretty good over 5 years, 344% compared to the 87% for the S&P 500. So again, we are looking for beta testers. You can go ahead and sign up and let us know what your email is that you signed up with, and we can get you a free subscription for a few months. Thanks for watching.